Hi, Mimi. Long time no see. I missed you. No homo. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I'm number one. I'm number one. You know, plants. Yeah, Pookie. Thank you. Oh, hold on, guys. My app is acting up and it's not playing the YouTube video. I'll be right back. Hi, Xerxes. Thank you for stopping by. 1 second. That's embarrassing. Oh, sorry about that. Let me get the video back. Sorry about that. How are you guys doing today? I'd love to hear how you're doing, especially you, Mimi. I missed you, man. The GOAT. Horrifying person. That's the kind of name I'm looking for. I'm chilling. Hell yeah. The game is also a little bit brighter than normal, but cards. Oh yeah, we'll be looking at some. Do you guys want to see my? I have 2 decks I am really happy with. Another deck that's sort of like a backup. I'm gonna give you the overall gist of it. Okay. We can play Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. She's a mono black deck with a bunch of sacrifice. My main commander, I play Turgid mostly, but I've only played tabletop. But I did play pre-release in person, and I went Silverquill because I was looking for the new Pox Plague. I just bought it online eventually. I'm getting distracted, sorry. So I have Turgid, Shadowheart, and then Mrs. Bumbleflower straight out of the pre-con. Is there any that you think would be interesting to see? And who's your commander? If you're willing to send me a link, maybe I'd even like look at the cards in your deck. That'd be cool. Maybe I will start with my Shadowheart deck. I'm just playing by myself and sort of seeing like how I can practice it a little bit. Alright, there's my 5 on the sideboard. I want to move those. I'm good, feeling beefy. What do you mean by that? Like, you're feeling like a super Chad, basically? So this one is Shadow Fart. Looks like it takes more than 2 brain cells. Not the way I play it. The way I play is I just like to either steal stuff or blow shit up. And this deck's whole idea... Okay, so I really like sacrificing creatures, okay? And what that means is it sort of works around things like Indestructible because they just have to choose if it dies or not, right? Now, my meanest deck makes it so that I can basically steal things from people, like just straight off their board, and their hand. I have several cards that are like, I'm going to look at what your hand is. You have to show me all your cards, and if there's a naughty card I don't like, I get to pick it, and under certain circumstances, I can just pick that card out of their hand and put it on my board. It's pretty fun. I like to lord my power over people like that because that's like the villain deck, right? That's the one that's gonna make everyone at the table want to fight you. This one's still pretty like nasty, but not super nasty. Oh my god! Speaking of nasty, we have a starting hand with 2 swamps and a dark ritual and a Sephiroth in the starting hand. Ah! Sephiroth! Bum, 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 bum. So cool. Okay, I think I might actually play around with that hand. Nasty hand, I know, right? Even if I don't sacrifice anything, just having him out, and if he doesn't get targeted like super early, oh my god. You know, okay. So let's pretend here. I'm gonna draw a card. Thank you so much for stopping by and chilling, everybody. It's so nice to see you. Mimi, if you're still there, please tell me you're still there. This game looks like it took 2 brain cells. Always Chad, never Chud. You are so freaking right, Mimble. Dude, can I get some life updates? Let's say I play my swamp, and I tap the swamp to play the Dark Ritual, and then Sephiroth is already out. I can't sacrifice anything. Sephiroth! I'm going to end my turn. They do all their turns. It's back to my turn. I untap the swamp and I draw. I'm going to play another swamp. Let's see here. Whenever he attacks, I may sacrifice a creature, and if I do, draw a card. Now, I don't have another creature out right now. I might have blown my load a little early and gotten excited, but it's just so cool to have him out. We're not going to worry too hard about that. Life's chill right now. Very zen mode. Mega 6-7. Don't even joke, lad. I will say, in the amount of time since we've last seen each other, I have befriended a group of British people and some of, well, not British, people from the UK. Some of them are Scottish, some of them are British, some of them are also Welsh. And whenever I play this with them, one of them has like a little Homelander, but Welsh instead of American. Yeah. I don't know if they're like as hard in the Welsh paint, though. I don't know if they speak like the Marfron and like all that kind of shit, but yeah, so I guess I just attack with Sephiroth, but I can't sacrifice anything, so I'm just gonna like bam 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 do 3 damage. Kind of a lackluster turn there, but I'm gonna play another swamp. Each player sacks a creature. Can I play Shadow Fart? No, but what I will do is I'm just going to get Agent of the Iron Throne out early. This is the background that comes with my commander. Hello, Invincidir. Thank you for stopping by. I want to say I was wanting to play Outlast, but I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I think I'm a little nervous. Frindjal Kimrig. Yes, exactly. Commander creatures have... Whenever an artifact or creature I control is put to the graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. Super swag. And my turn, I didn't attack with him in case I just theoretically need to block or some shit. My hand was too greedy. I don't have anything that I can really do. It was so cool to get Sephiroth out early, but I can't actually use him. Oh... I'm such a freaking dumbass. At least I have Snuff out. So, like, theoretically... What about you? How's Afterlife treating you? It's had its ups and downs. Sort of in a bit of a, valley rather than a peak right now. But things are okay still. Considering, you know. I have my job. I get to play stupid little card games. I've been streaming again. I basically didn't stream like a lot of last year. I was just, you know, so busy. But, you know, when you free up time in one spot, you get time for another. So I started streaming again, and it's just been nice to see people. It's nice when something like this happens, I get to see you after the first time in a while. Plant's been stopping by. Plant also plays Magic, but he's been playing a different format. Sorry if it's a little slow, by the way, for you, Xerxes. I don't want to give up and completely scoop here, so I might do, like, one more turn, but, like, let's say theoretically they're kind of, like, angry at me now, and I've already taken damage. Let's say I've, like, taken, like, 10 damage. Oh, my God, they're so mad at me, because, I don't know, for some reason, right? Thank you. We're gonna draw a card, reanimate. Okay, well, we're gonna do some stupid shit. No, I don't have enough mana to do this stupid shit yet. Oh, I can't even play Shadow Fart. I guess... Oh. We draw a card. Malakir Rebirth. Okay. If only I... Nah, I should just scoop here. My hand is so bad after that. That's all my bad. Oh, I'm so bad at the game. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I haven't gotten to play this one as much, unfortunately. But I won't make excuses. I got so greedy with the Sephiroth there. I should have seen what the rest of my hand was. And then we're going to reshuffle our deck. Oh, we're going to draw cards. Oh my God. This is an even better one than the last one. Almost. Kind of. I don't really have anything that I can super do with it, but check this shit out, Sigmas. I'm gonna play a swamp on my turn. Then I'm gonna tap the swamp for a soul ring. Then I'm gonna tap the soul ring for a jet medallion. And then I'm gonna end my turn. Blah, blah, blah. It's my next turn again. I'm gonna play a swamp. And then I'm going to tap the soul ring for an arcane signet. I now have, what, like, oh my god, this is redonkulous. I forget how silly your accent is. It's silly? What do you mean by that? As an American, have you just been deep in the Welsh paint for a while now? By the way, since I have the Arcane Signet out, and Jet Medallion makes the black things cost 1 less, this is now, instead of 4 mana, this is 3 mana. So I'm going to tap everything to get Shadow Fart out early, and then end my turn, blah blah blah, they do their stuff, I untap and draw, play a Swampy. I'm going to then tap an Arcane Signet and the Swamp for the Agent of the Iron Throne background. Whenever an artifact or creature I control is put to a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. Then I don't have any creatures yet, so I'm going to end my turn. They do their stuff. I untap, draw. I play a swamp. Damn, this is tough. I almost have too much mana now, but nothing to actually do with it. I haven't actually gotten to hear you talk very much at all, if we're being honest. I kind of wish I did. Been a while since I've been around the Americans, not the tea-sipping British people. Totally fair. How is it over there? I hope, you know, life's treating you well, at least. Can't really sacrifice any creatures. Just end my turn, untap, draw, snuff out. I literally cannot do anything. Untap, draw. When this enchantment enters, create a 1/1 white human. Oh, thank God. Okay, so I'm going to tap the Soul Ring and a Swamp for the Bastion of Remembrance. When this enchantment enters, create a 1/1 human soldier. So we're going to get that real quick. Doink! Whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. Then because of this Agent of the Iron Throne, okay, so what we're going to do here is tap a generic and a black to activate Shadowheart's ability to sack this guy. That will die, and when he dies, everyone else takes 2 damage because of Agent of Iron Throne and Bastion, and then I get 2 life, and then I draw a card because his damage was 1. Okay, I see. Not that impressive, honestly. It's been good. Art school is crazy in a good way. I miss my money, though. Been pondering on getting the grippers out for a side gig. I mean, why not, man? You know? Whatever gets you money. Like, whatever gets you that freaking bag, bro. You gotta do it, man. It's honest work. Totally fair. I've never been against that type of work necessarily. I guess I would, you know, be wary of recommending it to my friends. Like, it just, I don't want to, it comes off weird, you know? Well, it entered, but now I can't really do anything. Also, I paid too much mana for that because I have the other thing. Oopsie poopsie, I'm stupid. Well, I can't do anything, so I guess I end my turn. Up, tap, upkeep, draw. Oh my god, I can't do anything. I just have too many swamps and no creatures. Too many freaking swamps and no creatures, man. I don't even have a creature card in my graveyard that I could use this on. Just have to wait. Oh! I'm like basically, I'm gonna punish myself for not having any to do here and say that I'm getting attacked and I'm losing life now. Alright, so it's my turn again. I draw. Oh my god, a fucking creature card. Thank the Lord, bruh. Alright, so 1, 2. This is discounted, so instead of 7 mana, this is 6 mana. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. To play Shard of the Void Dragon. Okay, whenever an artifact... Okay, not that. Whenever Shard of the Void Dragon attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Now, I might not even keep him out for that. What I might do is just have him out for a turn. Right? And then next turn, when I have all my mana back, I'm going to sacrifice him and then draw a bunch of cards. So, I'm going to draw a card. Ooh! I'm going to play this fancy Final Fantasy land. That's also a spell. We'll think about using that in a moment. And then we will use Shadow Fart's ability. We're going to tap an Arcane Signet and the Swamp for like a generic and a black to sacrifice the Shard of the Void Dragon. And then draw 7 cards. Wowee! Thank the Lord! We now have a bajillion cards. Awesome. Lukey Chan, thank you for stopping by the stream. Are you doing okay today? Ooh, is this the Gavo Wing? I think so. Since that died, that does like 2 damage to them all and heals me for 2. Ooh, okay, this will also solve some problems. So I'm gonna pay, what is this? 2 generic and then 2 swampies, because this is discounted because of Jet Medallion, to play a Decorum Dissertation. This card's fancy. It lets me draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Hopefully no one counterspells that. Maybe someone who was playing, if there was someone there, would like counterspell this, but I don't think it's that crazy. Slay the Spire 2. I played something similar called Across the Obelisk. I think you would like that if you like Slay the Spire. I have not played Slay the Spire yet. I like multiplayer card games. I started with Hearthstone and then sort of got into MTG like over time. But those single player types of card games are still fun. So theoretically, let's say they're not counterspelling me. This goes through. I then draw 2 more cards. LOL! And then lose 2 life. This goes into exile, but because it's fancy, if no one counterspelled it, I can just keep casting this for free at the beginning of each of my turns and just get 2 more cards. Hello there, Omi, welcome to the stream. The best is best. Hi! I like your black cat in your name. It makes me want to, like, play a black cat character somewhere. That would be fun. Now we have a bajillion cards, but not so much mana. We will probably have to discard some cards. I don't think... Actually, so yeah, I sacrificed that and then drew all of these. I think I already played a land, so I can't play a land now. So before I have to do any of this stuff, let's say I play the Snuff out for no mana cost and kill someone's monster, and then I lose 4 life. Living on a prayer. How are you guys doing that just joined? I hope you're all having a lovely evening. Boy, we got some cheap stuff we can cast here. I think what we'll do is tap a swamp for an evolved sleeper. Also, Shadow Fart is tapped, sorry. Then we're gonna tap a swamp for a blood-soaked champion. Then we're gonna, Do I have like a game finishing little thing here? No, I do not. Oh, I still haven't tapped this for a black mana, so I have another black mana! Let's go! Okay, so I tap this to play We Animate to get my Giga Shot Dragon out again. Oh my god! Awesome. He's 7 mana. This card means I lose life based on how much he was. So even though I don't have to pay the mana cost on this big boy and he's come back from the dead, I have to lose my wife now. What, whoa. Oh boy. Then I tap the swamp for the demonic Todar, which lets me search my library for anything. What the fuck? What happened to my screen? There we go. What do we want from... I don't even know what I want from my deck, though. Let's pretend like we know what we want, guys. Let's pretend like we know what we want. Oh, I know what I want! Where is she? I have this in my deck, right? Yeah, where's this card I'm looking for? I should have one card in my deck, but I do not see it anywhere. I'm confused. What the hell, bruh? Big odd deck, yeah! I'm trying to figure this shit out. What the hell? Where's my Callwood? Are you fucking for real? Alright, hold on. There we are. It's under a different name. I don't have to show them this card, so I put it in my hand. Guys, it's a freaking Vocaloid card, and she's super epic, and I can play her for really cheap next turn, so... She's not my game ender, but she's just gonna make this even more crazy, okay? So then, I get all of this cheap shit out. I end my turn, but while I'm ending my turn, I also have to discard to 7. So let's say I discard the Felwar Stone, because I'm not going to get anything from that. And then the Bajuka Bog, just because I'm feeling friendly, right? We untap everything. We draw 2 cards, and then a card from our regular draw. That's because of this thing that finished earlier, right? Oh my god, crazy. I'm gonna play War Room. Vocaloid, I know that one. This is Luca. And it's a skin for another card. The reason it wasn't showing is because I had to search it for another one. Imagine, like, you know how Fortnite skins just cover your avatar with something else? There's sort of like other releases of cards where they'll replace another one. Hi. I actually have this card. I'm building this deck right now. Hope you're doing okay, Illyria. I'm just playing by myself and looking at some cards and stuff. Speaking of that, this is discounted for 3 mana now. So we're going to... just tap this for a generic, and then 2 Swampies to play her. We're gonna +1 her to search our library for a swamp card, reveal it, put it into my hand, then shuffle. So I'm just gonna get a basic swamp, and then it shuffles, that goes into my hand. I'm sick, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. Really sorry to hear that, though. This is why I like her. You just, you +1 her, you get a free mana, bruh. It's nice. We're going to tap the Soul Ring to equip Swiftfoot Boots to my commander so that she's hexproof. You can't target her. This is for only creatures, right? Yeah, only creatures. Got you. Excuse me. Huh. What's nice about these cards, IRL, is that they're pretty cheap, and they're cheap to play. I'm sick, sadly. Never be sad to be totally rad sick, my guy. You're the sickest. Be proud. You're sick as fuck, bruh. You're sick as freaking fuck. Hell yeah. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Or is there a creature card in here now? No. Oopsie. Well, I should probably play cards so that I don't have to discard again. What I will do here is, let's say they have a bunch of creatures out. I'm going to tap a generic, 2 generic. Oh, this is an expensive ass card. I actually don't know if I want to do this. Let's do this instead. We're going to tap 2 generic and then 2 swamps to play Sir Conradi, the Grimo. And he's going to sort of add to this destruction here. We will... I actually don't know if I want to sacrifice anything. You know what? Maybe it would have been a better idea to commit to the other one. But, yeah, we're going to keep them out. And then let's say one of them has a baddie out and we don't like it. We're going to cast this for 2 swamp and just kill a creature they have. And it's for the amount of swamps we control. That's a lot of swampies, so it's just going to die, probably. Then I will end my turn and then draw a card. Then 2 from the dissertation. Ooh! Okie dokie. Well, I will... Firstly, instead of playing a swamp, I will tap a generic. I need to work on Avacyn. Ooh, like your deck? Or your cosplay? Or both? I like the worm card with the Nashes. Yeah, look at that. He's nasty, bro. There's a bunch of different types of worms, but my deck's edgy, so I have the icky, edgy worms. Okay? I got this crazy spell. It does something cool. So... I think what did I tap to do again? I did 2 to do something, right? Oh, yeah, but I need to untap. There we go, okay. I drew the 2 and then the other 2. Did I already play the swamp? I don't think I did. Yeah, so instead of doing the swamp, oh, I remember, I wanted to use Shadowheart's ability. Oopsie, sorry. So I tap her, lol, to... kill the blood-soaked champion, and since something died, each opponent's gonna take 3 damage, and then I'm gonna heal 3 life. Doink, doink, doink. 1 for each creature. 1 for I'm sorry. 1 because of... No, I'm only gonna heal for 2 life because of the agent and the bastion, but... He doesn't heal, he only does damage, because he's evil. Then I'm going to +1 to get another basic swamp for my library with Luca, the Vocaloid girly. Then I'm going to tap the Midgar City of Mako, just for a generic black. These skulls are all mana cards. These are all just mana. You need to play your mana. In a game like Hearthstone, you get like 1 mana every turn for free, up to 10. But in this game, you can have like as many as you technically want. But most people build like 30 plus something, you know, something like that. So I'm going to tap the Midgar to play the Bubbling Muck. And this makes it so that all of my swampies... You know what, actually, I don't want to tap that. I'll just tap a regular swamp to play this Bubbling Muck. All of my swampies produce an additional black mana. So all of these remaining ones give me 2 mana now. So I'm going to play a discounted Butcher of Malakir for... That's 4 generic? And then 2 black. Oh, wait. I believe it was like this. I don't need to tap as many of the swamps because I played this Bubbling Muck, because all of these are 2 now. I'm being stupid. I did tap this Soul Ring, and then I will tap the War Room, so that's 3 so far. 5. Oh, my brain hurts. 6? We're just gonna play the Butcher of Malakir. We'll say we figured it out. We have 4 more mana there. And you know what? I think I might just end it there, because I confused myself so hard my brain hurts really bad. Oh. Ooh, this card's fun, but I have not ever used it before. Oh man, I wish I had a different card right now. Okay, so let me read this card to you guys, and also look at that artwork of just the repetition of kind of the face coming out of the eyelids and the mouth forever, and then you can even see that the outlines right there are just a zoomed in part of what's already going on here. I actually never noticed that before. I was always looking at the center mass so much. But yeah, target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life. Round up each time. LOL. That's an interesting one. So, do I have a card in here that's a creature card? I do not. Not right now. But what we will do is tap a generic and a black to use Shadowfart's ability to sacrifice this big-ass dragon to draw 7 more cards. Lol. Oh my god, so many freaking cards. I don't even know what to do with it all. I just like doing that. Then we're going to just play this land for literally free, and then return that dragon to the top of my library. Do I lose life for that? No. It enters tapped though, so I can't use it. I could sacrifice something to draw 2 more cards. I don't even think I need more cards necessarily. I need like a specific card, right? And I don't even know if I would have enough mana for it. I've gone through so many cards in my deck. Oh, I also forgot to draw and then lose 2 life. I didn't do that properly because of this little thing here. But whatever. I'm gonna +1 on my Goral to get a swamp. Also, this is just like considering, this is just under the assumption that I'm somehow not taking as much damage and not having to block with as much shit. I'm just sort of having fun, like, drawing and seeing what happens as if, like, they weren't focusing me down or something like that. Goodness gracious, do I even need to draw more cards? Oh my god, what do I even do here? We're gonna tap the Soul Ring and a black to play a Pitiless Plunderer. Then we will... Also, whenever I sacked that creature that's supposed to heal me too and they take 2 damage, oopsie poopsie. I keep forgetting. If I may ask, Mimi, have you been playing any fun little games recently? Exile it instead. That is brutal. They gain Decayed. I don't know what Decayed means. I should probably look that up. You know what? For the funnies... No, not for the funnies. Let's say we already did all of our stuff we would normally do. A creature died. I did all the damage to them. I healed. I'm gonna tap a swamp to make this guy a +1/1. He's like a 2/2 technically, but he's also a cleric now, with that little first ability right there. I'm just trying to like spend my mana and figure some shit out here. You know what? That was probably like somewhat redundant. Because I kind of want to like kill stuff. You know what? I've picked Terraria back up this week and having such a good time with it. I've wanted to try that game. I have some friends that have been playing that, but I don't know. What do you think of it? It's sort of like a side-scrolling Minecraft, right? I think I might even have it. I'm not sure. Now I do have to discard down to size, but I do have cards that let me bring stuff back. So what I'll do here is I'm feeling a little whiskey. We're going to discard down to hand size. 1, 2. I really don't think I need the Phyrexian Arena, so I'm just going to get rid of that because I'm already drawing like so many fucking cards. We're going to get rid of Massacre Worm. A little risky, but in favor of the Massacre Girl, which does something similar, but she's cuter, and it's somewhat better if you play her correctly. Then we're going to discard the Void Dragon. I'm tired of this guy. You're too much mana. I already got a bajillion cards with you. You did me well. Thank you, bro. I'm going to discard another Swamp, unfortunately, and then another Swamp. And then we're going to put all of these in our graveyard, like an epic gamer. I finished an Avatar game like the blue people. Oh, and you loved it for a minute. That's cool. What was it like? Did you like build shit in it? As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Okay, I like where this is going. This is discounted to 3, so this would only be 6. I'm going to do 3 generic, and then 1, 2, 3, 6 to play this Peer into the Abyss card. This is going to draw... Oh, I drew a card, but then I also draw 2 more, and then lose 2 life, sorry. Then I played Peer into the Abyss, and this will draw half my library, but I lose half my life. Round up each time, so I lose I lose 11 life here, and I'm like in killable range, but then I draw 25 cards perfectly even, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25. Oh my god. Okay. Then we're going to say bye-bye to our pretty girl, the Luca girl. Bye-bye, Luca girl. You're going to heaven now. But I get an emblem that gives me 4 black mana every turn for my remaining swamps. So now all of these swamps are 4 mana each instead of just 1. Okay, so I'm just putting her up here to remind myself of that. So now I can probably finish the game here with some of the cards I've got. Do I have the Warren Soul Trader? I think I saw Gravecrawler somewhere. If only I had Shieldred. Okay, I'll show you guys this card. Guys, I have this card in foil IRL. It costed me a pretty penny. It says, whenever I draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever opponents draw cards, they lose life. So this would have been great to have earlier with all the drawing I was doing. But, alas, it came a little late. So, I have Gravecrawler here. Now I have Warren Soul Trader. I believe the other thing I need is Blood Artist. So let's look for Blood Artist. Because if I have a Blood Artist, I believe I can finish the game. I don't think I have a Blood Artist. But you know what? We're gonna do some other shit that'll probably finish the game for us here. Have you played this IRL ever? So I play sometimes in this. Oh yeah, good to see you, Bloody Shade. Thank you for stopping by. I played something called pre-release, where you build a deck with random cards in a certain amount of time, then fight random people with the cards, not IRL. Um, and then based on how much you win, you get a pack. I was the odd one out, literally, out of like 33 people, so I had to sit a round out, but they gave me like a pity win. And then because of that, I got like a free pack at the end, even though I didn't win. But I had some fun, and I actually got this card there, and this is a pretty nice card. This little thing that draws me 2 cards all the time. Very, very fun. Now, I don't have, there's one card I want here that would be godly, where, I need like one more card. It's with the Gravecrawler and the Warren Soul Trader, because it's sort of like an infinite combo. Hello, Ziggy. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, I'm sorry. But thank you for stopping by anyway. I appreciate it. I'm supposed to have Warren Soul Trader, Blood Artist, and then Gravecrawler. The Blood Artist does damage whenever he comes back. I can cast this card from my graveyard as long as I control a zombie. Oh, but you know what? I don't need Blood Artist because I already have all these other things. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so we literally can finish the game here, but let's see if I can like flex it to you guys and just play like a bajillion's shit. Hell yeah, I think card collecting of any kind is cool. Thank you. This one I'm building IRL in like pink sleeves. But I will say I've played against random people in here with my other meaner decks. And I also have friends that I play with that I play like random decks with, and then I try out some of the ones I have right now. What am I doing today? I just relaxed today and fixated on my cards. I got really confused about what I had, but I realized I had like extra sleeves and not just an even 100, so that threw me off, and I was like fixating on my deck all day, and I was a little too stressed out to play a horror game, so I kind of just, decided to do this instead and just say hi and chill out and talk to everybody. What I will do here is tap a swamp, so that gives me 4 mana now. And I'm going to play a Gravecrawler and the Warren Soul Trader. That's all. That's, God, that's only 3 mana I've spent, so I have an additional mana now. Do I have anything that's 1 mana? I do. I'm just going to say I cast this to kill something on their board. And then whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, they'd lose a life, so okie dokie, that goes to the graveyard. Then I'm going to tap a swamp to play Shieldred of the Apocalypse or whatever the hell. For 3 mana, there's like a floating mana somewhere else. I'm going to play an Accursed Marauder to kill the Gravecrawler. That's going to deal 3 damage to everyone and then heal me for 2. Gravecrawler can come back from the grave for the free mana. Actually, no, sorry. Before he can come back, I'm going to tap this for 4 mana again. Play him for 1 of those mana. Then I'm going to play a Sephiroth. Doink! And then he's going to kill the Gravecrawler. And then he was only 2 mana, so I think with like 1 of those remaining mana, I'm going to bring the Gravecrawler back. That's going to heal me for 2 and deal 3 damage to all of them again. I haven't even started the crazy combo yet. This is just a fancy little theoretical world where I get to do whatever I want, and I'm just like totally ripping ass right now. And it's awesome. Then we're going to tap this. It's not a swamp, so it only gives me 1 mana, but that's all I need to play this reassembling skeleton. He's a cute little guy. He's a skeleton. Hey, Alistrid, thank you for stopping by the stream. It's nice to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, and since those things died twice, I also get treasure tokens. I'm just being as obnoxious as I possibly can right now, because normally I would, like, end the game for them and be nice, but right now we're just like, haha, happy land, I get to do whatever I want, right? I still have, like, a bajillion floating mana, and then even when I spend all the mana, I can still do this little late epic combo. Excuse me. Then, you know what, we're gonna just tap 4, 8, 12, 16, 20... 18 of that goes into the X, 2 of that goes into the black. Each opponent loses X life. I gain life equal to that, right? You know what? Actually, I want to save 1 swamp, so that's going to subtract 4. So that's going to be 16. So let's say 14 of that goes into the X, and then 2 of that goes into the black. So they're all going to take 14 damage, and I'm going to heal for 14 life. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Put that in the graveyard. Then I'm gonna tap 1 swamp for 4 black mana to play the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. He's complicated, so opponents lose X life and I gain X life, where that X is the devotion of my color to black. Devotion is how many of these things have a black pip on it right now. So let's count the devotion. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, 18. So that would deal. I need a calculator because I'm a fucking moron and I don't know basic math, by the way. 18 times 3. There we go. Okay. So they all take 18 damage and I heal for 54. That's how that works, by the way. Yay! And then to finally just summarize and do the game, they would definitely be dead right now. But this is what I would have done originally, just to hurry the game up and do this. So I don't have anything that would heal me for whenever a creature dies. Oh, I didn't sacrifice anything with Sephiroth when he came in because that's too complicated for me. My brain hurts. So I can pay a life, sack a creature, create a treasure token. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pay a life, doink, sack this Gravecrawler, create a treasure token. I'm going to take some of these over here. I pay the treasure token to resurrect the Gravecrawler. I do this again to get another treasure token. He dies again. And they're actually taking more damage from this than just 1, by the way. But every time this thing dies, they're all taking like 3 damage. So I just kill him over and over, sacking my life with the free mana I get from this treasure token. From this, basically pay a life, kill this zombie, he dies, get this. Because this is a zombie, he gets to come back as long as I pay his cost. I pay the cost with the thing I created. That's just an infinite loop. I do this a bajillion times. Yay, we win the game! Woohoo! Even though we really didn't need to do everything I just did right now. But it's fun to just play with the cards and pretend like, you know, it's fancy La La Land where you get to do everything. Now, I want to show you guys the one I mainly do. Thank you so much for just chilling with me. How is everyone doing, by the way, that just joined? It's been a long time, Alistrid. It's nice to see you. I miss that very lovely voice of yours. We're going to This is my Ultra Cancer meme deck. I say meme deck, but it's more so like the deck that people make memes about for just being really mean. In perspective for people who don't play, since this is a game where you can play with like more than 2 people, you can sort of play it with like politics built into your deck, kind of. You can play nicer decks where you give people things, making them more dangerous in the process, but also making the game faster. It's fun. Thank you. Merely surviving. I would say the exact same. This deck is like the total opposite of that. This is like, I'm going to take everything. No, you can't have fun. Only I get to have fun. Awesome! Oh my god, what a hand. Alright, so I'm not even going to redo this shit. We're going to play a swamp. And then a pass. Then I'm going to untap. Oh, I forgot to draw earlier. Oopsie. I'm going to play another swamp. Then I'm going to tap those 2 swamps to play this ugly but cute fairy called Bitter Bloom Bearer. This makes me think of like Pan's Labyrinth, the movie, if you guys know about that. It has flash and flying. Normally I do something fancy with him, but I didn't this time. At the beginning of beginning of my upkeep, which is like sort of like my next turn, I lose a life and I create a fairy. So we're going to do that later, but not now. And then I end my turn. Up, tap, upkeep, draw. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to play Geyer's Reach Sanitarium. I lose a life. I create a fairy token. Create more little fairies. Blue and black. So it's this one. Excellent. So now when I need to sacrifice something, I have this little guy there. When Pan Labyrinth, duh. That's such a great way of putting it. Totally fair, totally fair. I don't think I can do anything else this turn, so I'm just gonna untap, upkeep, draw, play a swamp. No. Yes, I'm gonna play a swamp. Lose a life. Create another of these fairies. That's 2 of them now. I can't really do anything just yet, but the next turn I could get Turgid out. What I really want to do though is like see if I can use Cabal Coffers later. So I'm just gonna like pass and then draw a card. We will play the Cabal Coffers. So the way this one works is if you pay 2, you can tap it, and then it makes mana for each swamp you control right now. So this can technically create 3 mana. We're going... How much mana will I have if I spend these 2? So this gives me 3 mana now from the swamps. But then I only have enough to throw my Turgid out. So instead of tapping that right now, what does tapping a card do? Like activate it? It doesn't activate on playing it. Some cards do. Some cards require you to tap it. Some cards are like every turn you get this and you don't have to tap that. But then if it has like this little arrow and then a number, that means you have to pay the mana and then tap it. And then tap it means you can no longer use it for the rest of that turn unless you tap it again. Hello, Mimi. Thank you for stopping by. Another Mimi. Oh, my God. Duo Mimbles. That's freaking crazy. I hope you're doing okay, Valeria. And Alistrid, if I may ask, what have you been gaming lately? Oh, complicated. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt your brain, bro. I just want to help out. So we did play the Cabal Coffers, but we're going to wait a turn. Instead, we're going to Geyer's Reach Sanitarium and Swamp for a Demonic Tutor. And then I'm going to... Oops. I did not want to do that. I reset the table. Okay. Oy vey is mir. That was not very Sigma of me. Okay, so I'm going to try that again. Thank goodness. And then I'm going to search, not do whatever the hell I just did a second ago, for Dark Deal. Put that into my hand. This card's insane. I'll explain later. We're just kind of setting up some stuff now, though. Then I will end my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Now I'm going to play a swamp. I will tap the Gyre's Reach Sanitarium and the swamp to tap the Cabal Coffers. This gives me 4 generic mana currently, but now I still have these 3 to tap as well. So I'm going to then tap a swamp to play Turgid. I also lose a life and create a fairy, by the way. Oopsie poopsie. And then upon playing Turgid, I'm going to... What I will do is just cast 1 to play Duress. Here's one of the cards I mentioned earlier. Thank you for the Butterfly Necktie Reds, by the way. I'm completely still working on stuffs to do. What kind of stuff? That's my twin for real. We go way back. I bet. I'm going to pay 1 black to target opponent reveal their hand. I choose a creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. So, like, let's say I'm playing against you, Mimi, and I'm like, Mimi, I want to see your hand, and I'm going to pick a card from it. It can't be a land, but I'm going to pick a card. And since Turgid is out, what she does is whenever an opponent sacrifices a creature or discards a card that's non-permanent, so like things that aren't spells, but like creatures and like items, I can put that card directly onto my field, right? And this says, I choose a card and they discard it. So I basically would just take the card out of your hand and put it onto my field. Let's say, though, for the sake of simplicity, that they had a counter spell or something that would stop me later, and I'm like, ew, I don't like that, get rid of that, and instead of stealing it, I just get rid of a scary spell. So, and the reason I do that is because now, the next turn, whenever I survive, hopefully they don't remove Turgid, is I play a swamp. This is going to make them angry. I tap the 2 things here to tap the Cabal Coffers. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black mana without even doing anything. So I'm going to use that on this Plague Crafter. Oh, I also created a fairy and lose a life, by the way. Oopsie. And then the Accursed Marauder. So what's going to happen here is the Plague Crafter enters. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card. So you have to, but if you really can't and you have no creatures, you discard. This says each player sacrifices a non-token. So I can't sack the fairy with this, but I can with the Plague Crafter. So I'm going to sack a fairy, and then the Plague Crafter with the Cursed Marauder. Since I played those 2, what that means is each player from these other colors would have to give me a creature on their board if it wasn't a super cheap little fairy shit like this. So boom, I get 3 creatures, and then I 1, 2, 3 play Dark Deal. Each player discards all their cards in the hand, then draws that many -1. I only discard 2 and then draw 1 card. But like, let's say they're trying to get a lot of cards. They just discard like 5, 6 cards, all of them. All of those cards, if they are a permanence card, go onto my board now. They now have a random hand they don't know what to do with. I have all the shit from their hand. I've basically won the game. So yeah, GG. They could still play. So like, let's say they still play, and I also have like a bajillion more cards. It's my next turn. So, they could keep playing. I have like a bajillion things on their board right now. I create another fairy. I lose a life. I'm going to tap 2 to play a Jet Medallion, which discounts things. Then I will tap 2 to get the Cabal Coffers for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana to play this for 3 mana. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they would lose twice that much life instead. So yeah. Then I end my turn. They're all still recovering from the dark deal. I play a swamp. And then let's say some poor sucker is still figuring out what's happening after I stole their monsters and their entire hand. I am just gonna tap all of these for 1, 5, 9, 11, 13 towards someone that can't block. And that would be like 26 damage they take, since I can't really play anything here. Alright, I go back to my turn eventually. I draw a card. Oh, whoop-de-doo! I'm going to lose a life and create this fairy token. If it wasn't the dark deal earlier, it will be this one that finishes the game, I promise you. So for a discount, actually I think this is only 3 black, so I can't discount this. Got you. So I will tap the Cabal Coffers for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black mana. Doink, 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 doink. 3 of that I'm going to spend on Pox. Each player loses a third of their life, then discards a third of the cards in their hand, then sacrifices a third of the creatures they control, then sacrifices a third of the lands they control. Round up each time. So, if no one counterspells me there, instead of losing a third of their life, I will lose a third of my life still. But for them, they will lose like 2/3 or like 66% of their life, right? So then they will have to sacrifice a third of their creatures, and if they aren't little shit fairies, they go into my board. I still have to do this too, so we're gonna theoretically do this. What's 34 divided by 3? That's like 12, so we're gonna lose the life. I can't discard, lol, so take that, idiots. They still have cards to discard. Then sacrifice a third of the creatures they control. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 creatures. A third of 9 is 3. So I'm only going to sacrifice 3 of the fairies and keep all of my creatures. In theory, their creatures would be on my board right now. And their lands, by the way. So I have to sacrifice a third of my lands. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands right now. I would have to sacrifice 3 of them. We're going to sacrifice the Gaia's Reach. That's a little... No, I should still keep that. I'm going to sacrifice 3 swamps. So that makes the Cabal Coffers kind of suck now. But I can still sort of work something out with Gaia's Reach Sanitarium. Maybe. So we're going to draw a card. Then we're going to simply tap 2 to tap the Gaia's Reach to draw a card. Ah, yes. Then each player discards a card. I'm going to discard a swamp. How long have you played MTG for now? I've only played for a little bit. Only ever since February, but I've really liked it. And I played a little bit of... Oh, okay, a little bit. I played a lot of Hearthstone when I was really young. Not really young, more like 17 compared to now. It's like 13 years ago or some shit. But, I played that game when it first came out, bro. That game was awesome. But, sort of became a little more difficult over time and I just kind of fell out of it. So here I'm just going to like Berserker Psycho Swing at people for 1, 5, 7, 9 damage. something like that, but they'll take like 18 from the Bloodletter. It's the next turn. I draw a swamp. I play the swamp. I'm going to tap 2 to tap the Cabal Coffers. That's going to give me 4 mana. Then I'm going to play one of my favorite cards in this whole game. Thank you. I just get a little obsessive and I like to look into it, you know. But I get 4 mana. And then this is discounted because of the Jet Medallion, so that's 2. So that's 5 mana. So I'm going to spend that and then play the Swamp to play the Bolas Citadel. I love this card so freaking much. This is one of the coolest cards in the whole game. I can look at the top card of my library at any time. I can play lands and cast spells from the top of my library. If I cast a spell this way, pay life equal to the mana value rather than pay its cost. So you can just look like this, and then I see, oh, Cryptghast? Wowee! I'm going to play a Cryptghast for 4 life. For free, from the top of my deck, by the way. So he makes it so that these swamps give me more mana now. I look at the top of my library. Wowee! I'm going to win the game. I play Pox Plague for 5 life. And then each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the permanents they control, round down each time. This says half their life. This goes with Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Whenever they lose life, they lose twice that much life. Twice of half of your life is all of your life. So, boom, I win the game by playing shit off the top of my library for my life. That's why I love this card. I mean, I probably would have won earlier from the other spells I was casting and shit. Like, I'm not playing... This is all sort of like wishful thinking, right? Twice of half is all crazy! But if someone somehow didn't die from this, they would still probably have to sacrifice their shit. And, like, let's say I sacrificed half of my permanents. So I have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 permanents. Ooh, that's tough. I would probably sacrifice... So, half of 16 is 8. So we're going to take the Fairies, the Accursed Marauder, the Jet Medallion, this Fairy, so that's 1, 2, 6, 7. Just one more I need to sacrifice. You know what? We'll sacrifice our commander, which is crazy. But she will have stolen... Actually, no, we won't sacrifice the commander. We'll get rid of the... Yeah, we'll put the commander back. So technically we wouldn't be stealing as much if we killed her like that. But now all of these die. 6, 7, exactly, Belos. Exactly. So I would steal everything but lands with her. Or actually, she would still steal shit, but whatever. It's my next turn. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Just gonna put that back. I'm going to untap, draw. I get this card. I'm going to play Bubbling Muck for 1 life. That makes all of my swamps do an extra swampy. Then I will tap 1 swamp to tap the Cabal Coffers. Beautiful stuff. The Cabal Coffers gives me 4 mana. Then I tap the Gyre's Reach Sanitarium. No, I tap another swamp for 2 mana to play my commander back out. So we're all good and dandy. Then I'm going to tap the remaining mana to play Aclazott's Deepest Betrayal. This is like a flying demon guy. Whenever he attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, I draw a card. Whenever an opponent discards a land, I create an Icky Bat. And when he dies, he becomes some other artifact I have not really tinkered with at all. So now let's Bolas! Bolas gang, we scry. Oh my god. We're gonna keep that on the top of our library. Oh my god, wait a minute. All of these swamps produced an additional swamp. Oh. But that's okay, because I couldn't really play that off the top of my library. So, next turn, we're going to untap. We're going to draw that card, and now look at with Bolas. We're going to play the Dictate of Erebos for the 5 life. I'm just kind of dicking around at this point. And then, this would also most certainly kill everybody. We're going to tap a Swamp for 2 mana to tap the Cabal Coffers. That's going to give me 4 Swampies. Then with everything we got, we're going to do 5, 7, 9, and then 11 into this Death Cloud. Each player loses X life, then discards X cards from his or her hand, then sacrifices X creatures, and sacrifices X lands. This would obliterate everybody. But they lose life, and they're going to lose, like... this is a fun way to kind of end this little session. Everyone has to sacrifice, discard, then lose life. That would be 8 damage dealt to everyone, probably killing me in the process here. But everyone else would take 16 because of the Bloodletter of Aclazotz, and then all of this, except for these 2 things, would be go bye-bye land. They'd go all bye-bye. They all die now. Everything on the board die. GG's. I didn't even attack with this thing. I probably should have been mean and done that. Oh, well, I want to say it was nice to catch up with some of you guys and chit-chat. I think I will be heading off for the evening. It was nice to see you all, though. And I wish you all the best of luck in what life throws at you. Next time I will probably be back to playing a spooky game again, but it was nice to just nerd out and look at some pretty icky cards while chatting with you guys. I really did miss you, Mimi, so it was awesome to see you know. Nice to hear from you, too. You know, Plant's around, so I'm sure he would appreciate a little message from you, too, you know. But yeah, I'll see everyone soon. I hope everyone has a good evening. Thank you for listening to me talk about the card games. I think also, I don't know if Terraria's crossplay, but maybe I'll check it out or something. That could be fun. I'm always looking for some games to try out, so yeah. I'll see you soon. I hope you have a great day. Meow, meow, meow. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you, everyone else, for stopping by, too, by the way. Bye-bye, YouTube.